Creative teaming to me is trying to think out of the box. Often the occasion is for engineer. We need to come with a simple, efficient solution. There's many conventional ways to follow, but often you have to think harder to find a more creative solution to deal with different constraints, different requirements. So as an engineer, we have to think about principle first, then think about different way to achieve it. But often this is all coming through the closely collaboration with the architects, with other design consultants through the process.
Engineering has evolved a lot, and we've had to change because clients want that. They want something different. And from our point of view, we've had to go to conferences, have people in, doing demonstrations to verify what they do, and so that we're happy that we're getting what we want.
So as an engineer, it's important to continuously develop because the industry keeps on changing. So one thing that I've found recently is the incorporation of sustainability principles into all aspects of our design and not just a specialism. I've had to upskill myself as an engineer to learn new design tools in order to integrate different sustainable methods and help change the way we deliver projects in order to not just make buildings more efficient, but also more sustainable.
Continuous improvement is not something that happens by chance. I think we do need to be very purposeful about it. We have many quite well-structured groups of people that work on different aspects of what we do, and they keep thinking and tasking themselves with figuring out how to do it better.
So I think what makes relationships great at Cundall is that you really build genuine connections with people. It's such a fulfilling place to work, and I think that really fosters innovation and working on projects. You're sort of free to face challenges together and be open, and I think you're able to then really easily ask for help. So I think, yeah, within our team, we do feel like I really know everyone super well.
For guys that have just come in, sometimes it's mentoring. You know, I've been in the industry for a long time, so my experience and the stuff that I've learned, I bring to them, and I say to them, if there's people that I think they need to speak to gain that experience like I have, I will tell them who to speak to.
There's a culture here where you can actively reach out to any single person and they will help solve your problem. I have no issues reaching out to someone in London, someone in Hong Kong, someone in Australia, and sharing what I'm working on, and they will help me solve whatever issue I'm facing.
I think I can probably use one example we are doing right now in Busan Opera House. The project is very complicated in a way in terms of design constraint and geometry. And however, when we approach the project, the idea is not just doing high-level analysis concept. We were tasked to deliver a project up to the completion and fabrication process. So that makes us think that buildability is a major challenge. How we become creative in the design to minimize the risk, uncertainties in the fabrication process. We come up with a unique solution to rationalize design connection types, design member shapes, and eventually we come out with the most optimum solution. And then solution we proposed also can be utilized to quickly capture the design deviation or construction deviation during the site process. Then we can give feedback simultaneously to the fabrication team to allow the construction to be processed smoothly.
Outstanding for us means being engaged early, making sure that we get into a conversation with the architects and the inputs that we give on the project are integrated into the grain of the project. So it's not something that is an add-on later in the process. And an outstanding process means an outstanding project. It's not a one for all.
Yeah, digital engineering is not just limited to the structural engineering itself. Actually, for all the design industry, and actually every industry, it brings lots of impact. It's positive, it could be negative, depending on how you utilize the technique. So from our discipline or our industry, the next 50 years or 100 years, we have to learn how to coexist with digital engineering or AI. And lots of old job, old type of task will be taken by the robotics, AI, and as human, we should think about how to release ourselves from that, the legwork, to focus more on the creativity.